When you create a pivot table in Excel and add report filters, they go in at the top of the pivot table, and by default they go in a vertical column. I'll put the product field into the report filter area. You can see it up here. If I put quantity in below product, it goes in the same column, and so on. I'll add a few more. They all go in at the top in a single column. You can change that setting though so they don't appear in a single column, or you can limit the number of items that are in a single column. Once it hits that limit, it would put another column to the side. To change the setting, right-click on a cell in the pivot table and click Pivot Table Options. In the Options dialog box, go to the Layout and Format tab. And for display fields in report filter area, you'll see the default settings, which are down and then over, so it goes down the list. Right now it's set at 0, which is another default setting, and that just means there's no limit to how many items will be in the column. If I change that, so I'll make that 3, and then I'll click OK. Now there are 3 items. It's hit the limit, so it goes over and starts a new column with the other 2 items. Another option is to change the layout so it goes across. Again, we'll right-click on a pivot table cell, click Pivot Table Options, and on Layout and Format, I'm going to change this setting to over, then down. So the fields will go across. We can set a limit to how many per row. If I set it to 0, they would just go across as many as it needs. There'd be no limit to how many are in the row. But I can set it to 3 or 2, so I'll leave it at 3, click OK. I'll click away from the pivot table, and we can see that it's gone across the first 3 fields, and then it starts a new row for the next 2. For more Excel tips and tutorials, please visit my Contextures website at www.contextures.com.